Hey everyone, so today I am just recording basically myself getting ready, and it is a yoga pants kind of day. I have a bunch of running around to do. I want to go in the grocery store and all that stuff. So anyway, I'm now just putting on the Chanel LeBlanc face base. That just kind of is a primer. It helps your makeup last, and I think it smooths and it kind of blurs imperfections. And matter of fact, I don't even use a whole pump, so I've been using the rest of it on the tops of my hands. And so today I decided okay, this is something I just got. I had been watching Victoria in the fro, and she always uses this, and I thought, I've never tried that. I'm going to try it. So it's the Vita Labrada body blur, and I really like it. It's not a tanner, it's like body makeup, and I like the fact that it really dries, and so I was just giving it a try today to see how I like it. And I actually tried it a little bit yesterday too, and it didn't seem to come off. Yesterday I had on like a cream colored bralette, and it didn't seem to come off on it. So okay, now I am using the new Bobbi Brown the brush that came with this foundation, and then that new Bobbi Brown foundation. And I will put all the information and the shade and everything down below. So, and I sped this up because, goodness, you guys have seen me put on foundation so many times. So, the thing I don't want is it to be heavy. So I don't get as much coverage as you can with this foundation. If you were to put it on with a beauty blender, and I'd put 2 pumps on my hand, and I don't even think I used all of it. So I just kind of wanted a thin layer because, I end up going over with so many powders and everything. So now I'm using the Tarte ShapeTape, and this color is the light medium honey. I just got it. I usually use light medium, but I see a lot of people using the light medium honey. So today is my first day using this, and I liked it. Because this is so thick and has so much coverage, I just put a little bit and then actually kind of spread it out with my finger where I want it to go, and then you'll see I take that same Bobbi Brown foundation brush and then buff it in. And I buffed it all over my eyelids too. I knew I wasn't going to wear much eye makeup today. So, and this is why it's great for me to be able to do these when I'm in my bathroom, because you'll see, I never really have a whole plan. I kind of just see what I need and go with it. Okay, this is the MAC StudioFix powder in NC35, and this is the Smashbox sheer powder brush. If you wanted more coverage out of this, you would probably want to use a different brush. This one really does give you a sheer wash, and that's all I wanted, just for a little extra dimension, color. And okay, this is the cheek brush from Smashbox, and this is the Hula Light. Also from watching the fro in the front row, Victoria, she likes this Hula Light, and so I got it to try, and I think Bridget was leaning on my leg, and it's really a little bit too light for me, but I love contour. So I ended up getting this Bare Minerals bronzer out of my drawer, and this bronzer is just an excellent contour bronzer. And I'm using a Wayne Goss brush, I believe it's the airbrush, and I'm just kind of contouring the end of my nose and my cheekbones and my jawline, because that Hula Light just wasn't enough. But if you are a very fair person, I think you might like that. Okay, this is the By Terry highlighter, and it's kind of a subtle highlight. It's not as much doesn't give you as much bling as a lot of them, and it doesn't give you as much white as the Laura Mercier matte highlight, but it does give you a nice little highlight. It's a nice one. Okay, I'm doing all of this with that same Wayne Goss brush. And this is the blush that I just got, the NARS Impassioned. It's a beautiful light pink blush that really gives you a lot of color. Okay, now I'm doing as usual, just cleaning out my eyebrows. Now I'm using the Tom Ford blender brush, and I'm using that Hula Light for an eyeshadow because Victoria said that she loved it for this. I believe it was in, I'll link down below, but she had an everyday makeup look and it used this. And it's really not smart to do this with a blending brush because you'll see I flick it right in my eyes. Okay, and this is the Glam Glow spray. When I looked at my face, I felt like I needed something to kind of blend all the powders together. And so this gives a really thin or light spritz. I like it a lot. Okay, and this is my new favorite brow product. It's the Bobbi Brown Blonde Brow Pencil. So I'm just going over my brows as usual, nothing great. And like I said, this is just such a good color. Speaking of color, you can see that I got my hair colored and she did it dark. I told her it was getting too blonde, and so of course now it's a little too dark, but that's just how it goes. Once I wash it a few more times, it will probably fade out a little bit. And last night I didn't put any styling product in my hair, and you can tell it looks so fluffy. Okay, this is a little sample I got the other day, and it's the Benefit Clear Brow Gel. And I can say that this gives you that PC brow a little bit more than the Anastasia. It has a little bit more product on the wand. So if you like kind of a PC where you see the actual hairs, you might like this better than the Anastasia Clear. And then that was the La Mer Lip Balm. I just put it on my lips to sink in a little bit. Okay, and then today I decided I would do a powder liner. So this is the Smashbox Angled Liner and Brow Brush. I really like it. It's very thin and kind of stiff. And I wet it with my Fix Plus. And I'm using a Bobbi Brown liner shadow in, I believe it's called Rich Mahogany. And it ends up being a real pretty shadow, or real pretty liner. And because it's a liner shadow, it's very dense and pigmented. So you don't have to go over it a lot, and it doesn't flake off throughout the day. And so now I'm doing the other eye. And you will see that even with shadow, I have to modify it and kind of go back and forth. But you can see how easy it is with the shadow. When you wet your brush, you'll see right here I can just kind of walk all along my lash line and keep it thin. I also like cake liners for this purpose, which is basically what this is. Okay, and I bought these from Amazon. They're these little teeny Q-tips, and they're already pre-moistened with like some kind of oil. I'll put the link down below. So you don't have to wet them. You don't have to put eye makeup remover on them. They say you can use them for your cuticles and everything, but they're great for sharpening your wing and fixing mistakes. And I've enjoyed them. So now I'm just still fixing those wings. I wanted to keep it a little bit more subtle because even from the beginning I had planned to not wear lashes today and give my lashes a break. I'm still using my new lash, and I'm trying to be kinder to my lashes. Okay, and here's Bridgie Cocoa Pop. She has the sadness. She was leaning against my leg, so what I usually do is pick her up, give her some attention, and I usually just put her on my bed. Okay, this is the other shadow I just had right beside the liner shadow. I believe it's Bobbi Brown Wheat. I'm using another one of those Smashbox brushes. Yes, I showed you. So it's a real light color. I just wanted a little extra something on that brow bone. Okay, this eyelash curler is the Shu Yumura, and I don't always curl my lashes. Matter of fact, I never do when I'm wearing lashes, but if I'm not wearing lashes, I have started trying to do that because I do think it makes a difference. This is a sample of that new Benefit. I went ahead and sped this up so that we could get through it. But it's the new Benefit mascara. You can see my hair went in my mascara and then went on my cheek. And it was, even though I let it dry, it was still hard to get off. But so you can see how good this mascara is. It really works. That's funny. And I've got some lashes on the very end of my eye that kind of just droop down, just really hang down. So that's what I was getting that off of that. And just more mascara, more mascara. I do like how you can really get all the way to the root of your lashes with this mascara. And then I put a little bit on the bottom. And that is what I went with today. That blush is so pretty. Okay, and I was backing way up so I could see my brows. And this is a Laura Mercier brow pencil, and it's real hard, and it just, I don't know, for some reason I like it when I'm trying to even out my brows. Now I'm taking off that lip conditioner, and the whole time I'm thinking, what am I going to put on my lips today? I didn't want to put anything too intense, and I remembered that Denise sent me a Clinique gloss this week. So I thought, do I want to use just the gloss? And I thought, no, I want to use some type of liner. So I ended up picking my Estee Lauder Nude lip liner. And I need a spanking for not sharpening it because I was just being lazy. But it would have done better if I had sharpened it. But this is a good fleshy nude. If you have a gloss that's peachy toned and you want like a good, not too warm, but just a good fleshy nude color, and this is double wear and it will last all day. So I decided to just kind of fill in my lips lightly with it. I didn't really try to get too intense. I just wanted to put some color on my lips. And then I used this gloss, and it was so pretty. It's very, very smooth, not sticky at all. And just ended up being a really pretty light lip. And now I am spraying my hair. It looks terrible because every bit of curl I put in it fell out. You can see what side of my head I slept on, which was that one that I'm spraying. So you can see that's what you get for not putting any kind of styling product in there. And this is the MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose. I use it in the same way that I do the Lumi, the Maybelline Lumi Radiant, and a lot of you said that that's getting discontinued. So I've got several backups of that, but this is what I use instead of that. So I hope you liked it, and there's Shanae this morning with me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.